Hey everyone, it's Sean with Pacific Gyro, and I'm here with my Calidus today. And I recently installed a device called the Gyro Warning System, or GWS for short. And we're going to be testing that today. And what this device does is it will issue audible alerts in the form of a spoken message if you are operating the gyro in an unsafe manner. So this is from Smart Avionics, based in the UK, and I've been working with them for a few months now, and so we'll do a video demonstrating some of its capabilities. You'll have to forgive the barking dogs over here. My hangar is right across the street from the county animal shelter, so a lot of unhappy animals here. In terms of where the GWS is installed, it's installed in the right-hand storage compartment on the passenger seat. And I'll open it up. It's kind of hard to get to. You can see the 4 mounting holes right here. Let's see if I can get the camera in there so you can take a look at it. That's the device right there, that beige box. That's the GWS. Okay, so let's fly and I'll show you how it works. Okay, for this one we're going to invoke the stick position alarm, and this happens when you rotate up to pre-rotation RPM and start rolling down the runway or open the throttle without pulling the stick back. And this is something that's commonplace to transitioning fixed-wing pilots who will try to rotate off the runway at a certain airspeed, which will end up flapping the blades and probably rolling the aircraft over onto its side.
Gyro alarms enabled.
Okay, 200 RPM, I'm going to let go of the pre-rotator.
Stick position. Abort takeoff.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and abort the takeoff. Apply the brake. Okay, so a couple of things. First of all, I replaced all the default sound files with to sound like HAL 9000 from the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, just to amuse myself. Secondly, I added the abort takeoff.
Gyro alarms disabled.
I added the abort takeoff part to the message. The default message just says stick position, but I know that if I were to get a stick position alarm, I would, probably instinctively try to react by correcting the stick position. And that is the wrong thing to do. That you'll get into a blade flap incident almost certainly. And what's great about being able to replace all those alarm files, those sound files, is that if you're not a native English speaker, then you can make these all in your native language and have all the alarms in your native language, which is great. Okay, for this one we're going to do the flapping risk alarm, which entails pre-rotating under 200 RPM and then pulling the stick back and rolling forward. And if we get like an RPM decay, we should get this flapping risk alarm.
Gyro alarms enabled.
So I'm going to go about 160 RPM on this. Okay, pull the stick back slowly, start rolling forward.
Flapping risk.
Okay, flapping risk. I'm gonna nurse the RPM up, slowly increase throttle, So it's ready to fly. And the wheel's off the ground. And then we're just going to go ahead and complete our takeoff here. Okay, so for the next one, we're going to do the behind the curve alarms. There's a yellow one and a red one. Yellow one says behind the curve, and the red one says max power descending. So I'm going to climb to 2,300 feet, get real close to the runway, do a vertical descent with power off, and we should hear those alarms. Grants Pass traffic, auto gyro 42901 off left crosswind runway 31, climbing to 2,300 for simulated engine failure. Grants Pass. Grants Pass traffic, auto gyro 42901 alpha, left downwind for runway 31, Grants Pass. Grants Pass traffic, auto gyro 42901 alpha, left base, runway 31, simulated engine failure, Grants Pass. Okay, so we're at 2,300, gotta level out here a little bit. Power all the way to idle, and pull the stick back, slow us way down.
Behind the curve.
There's the behind the curve alarm, first one.
Max power
And
descending.
there's the red one. So at about
Max power descending.
1,700 feet we'll recover.
Max power descending. 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 Max power descending.
Okay, so
Max
recover.
power descending. Max power descending. Behind the curve.
So kind of lost my rudder authority, had to goose the throttle a couple of times there to restore airflow. Okay, round out. Just let all that airspeed and rotor energy bleed off and flare.
Behind the curve. Behind the curve.
Okay. Not the greatest landing, but didn't bend the ship or myself. Okay, that was my demonstration of the GWS, or Gyro Warning System, from Smart Avionics. There's several other alarms that it does, like the bunting alarms. My prior experience in helicopters, notably the Robinson models, we were trained as part of SFAR 73 compliance to be very wary of any flight condition or control input that would result in a low G condition. So I'm still real apprehensive about doing anything like that. My understanding is they're working with the UK Civil Aviation Authority to get their device approved for use over there. I'm not sure what the plan is for the American market. For these factory-built primary category aircraft, I think they're going to need an STC. My Calidus is experimental, so I was able to install it without any kind of regulatory burden. I'll put a link in the description for anyone who's interested, and you can contact them if you want one of these in your gyro. Okay, and that's it. Thanks for watching.